This is SimpleOrigin, standing in front of an administrator on Minecraft's biggest server. Only 4 people out of tens of millions have ever received the exclusive item SimpleOrigin is about to get. The game Annihilator, a special reward for his work in finding dangerous glitches. 16 months later, Simple was banned and wiped after causing one of the most damaging events in Skyblock history. A month after that, he did it again. What happened? Why did this well-respected glitch hunter fall from grace? This story involves trolling various YouTubers, dealing 2.147 billion damage in a single hit, and the forbidden Minecraft triple chest? Yeah. Well, anyway, the simple origin of SimpleOrigin all started with Technoblade. On June 14th, 2019, Technoblade uploaded the Hypixel Skyblock experience, which attracted a great number of people to what became the most popular minigame in all of Minecraft. SimpleOrigin saw this video and started grinding to the top. He joined forces with the most advanced players around, the First Place Frags guild. First Place Frags was infamous for harboring cheaters, abusers, and IRL traders, and Simple was exposed to some of that during his time there. At one point, many guild members, including SimpleOrigin, abused an illegal method of fishing, which got the guildmaster Mindtricks banned. Despite being mostly legit, SimpleOrigin was always fascinated in video game exploits. As a result, his interest was piqued when he caught wind of the fact that the backpack storage item was the cause of a number of duplication glitches on Skyblock. With a couple of friends, Simple experimented with backpacks, trying to get 2 players to access the GUI at the same time. He and his friends actually managed to find a duplication glitch, but they kept searching. Surprisingly, by the end of the first day, Simple's band of glitch hunters discovered a total of 3 duplication glitches, all involving backpacks. One of his friends contacted the admin Jaya Varman, and each of them received the exclusive Gamebreaker item for reporting the exploits rather than abusing them. Simple was incredibly excited when Jaya showed up on his island. On Hypixel, it's pretty rare to ever see administrators, and Simple was being specially rewarded for his efforts in helping the game. Not only was this recognition from the staff team gratifying, it was also profitable. Gamebreakers sold for tens of millions of coins, so if SimpleOrigin could find exploits, get a good reputation with the admins, and make money off the Gamebreakers, he was golden. These events launched SimpleOrigin into his career of glitch hunting, and he and his buddies didn't have to wait long before they found another one. Whenever Skyblock players do something like breaking logs or killing zombies, their XP in certain skills increases, and that skill XP also contributes to the level of any pet items which are equipped. 3 days after the triple backpack dupe, Simple's ragtag group of exploit archaeologists discovered a method to decrease skill XP, an effect that also applied to pets. This exploit, which involved a newly reworked enchanting system, allowed players to get negative enchanting XP when they specifically combined certain books together. SimpleOrigin and his buddies joined new profiles and brought pets with them. Gaining skill XP normally increases pet level, so when the exploit was performed, the pet's levels dropped to 0, creating a new, unique item. They tried to transfer those level 0 pets back to their main profiles, but almost every one of them was reverted to level 1. Only the horse and pig pets didn't get reverted for reasons that are way above my pay grade. SimpleOrigin's involvement in glitch hunting brought him into a Discord dedicated to collectors of glitched items. There, he met TimeDeo, which is why Simple was present in the first ever mega co-ops, where dozens of players went onto a single profile. Players who are drawn towards exploit hunting, who also play legit, often gather and collect glitched items as something they can show off to the community. This is why Simple wanted to get those level 0 pets back to his main profile. He also managed to anvil his Gamebreaker, and I have no idea how that was done. This is different from the game Annihilator he was later gifted, the story of which is coming up. After reporting a number of exploits, Simple earned a reputation among the staff team for being a glitch hunter and exploit finder. Among the general public though, his reputation was much different. On top of being part of the sweatiest guild on Skyblock, he was also known as a rat. One strategy Simple employed to find some of the exploits he reported was to leverage his connections in his guild to infiltrate certain glitch hunting groups and snitch on their findings to the admins. Because he was around for so many game-breaking exploits, and was the inventor of several of them, the YouTuber and exploit hunter TimeDeo invited SimpleOrigin to the Player Quality Assurance Team, or PQA. You can think of the PQA as the Avengers of glitch hunting, a group dedicated to finding and reporting as many exploits as possible. When SimpleOrigin joined, the PQA discovered a method to create previously unobtainable vanilla items, including dragon eggs, nether stars, and beacons. This occurred with a bug in the Ender Chest storage system, and was done by sending the /enderchest command twice at the same time, where it would glitch out and any item from the top row could be grabbed. After those 3 special items were set as icons, they could be acquired the same as anything else. The dragon eggs generated with this exploit added to Simple's growing collection of glitched items. He traded some of them for other unique items, like the close barrier, and sold even more for a profit. At this time, SimpleOrigin was a mostly well-respected member of a team that worked closely with the admins to make the game better. A year later, he was banned and wiped after his fall to the dark side. That descent was pretty gradual, and the first inkling of it surrounded a lobby crash exploit involving training dummies. Lobby crashes on Skyblock are quite dangerous, because the lobbies are forced to roll back. Thus, if someone can purposefully induce a lobby crash, they have a duplication glitch on their hands. A pretty consistent method of lobby crashing revolves around spawning in a load of entities, often in quantities nearing or exceeding 10,000. One way this was done is with an item called the Skyblock training dummy. The training dummy lets players test their weapons and shows the damage amount whenever the dummy is hit. That damage tag is in itself an armor stand, which is an entity. If there were a way to repeatedly create those damage tags, one could potentially get enough entities to crash a lobby. SimpleOrigin did just that by shooting a bow from above the dummy, which caused the arrows to bounce off. Each bounce created another damage tag, stacking endlessly, and eventually caused the lobby to crash. Simple reported this glitch, but he secretly used it to dupe some backpacks. Duped backpacks, known as same UUID or stacked backpacks, were one of the most broken duplication glitches in the game for quite a while. They were the method which the duper Diesel used to cause so much chaos back in 2020. SimpleOrigin kept those backpacks hidden on his island, and after the training dummy crash was patched, he used them to dupe some small stuff, usually to flex on his friends. This was the first hint that Simple might go rogue. He had skirted the laws of the land a little bit, but what was the harm if he wasn't profiting from it? The issue was that this was the first step SimpleOrigin took down a steep, slippery slope. He had a powerful duplication glitch that he neglected to report, a choice he made purely for his own amusement. Also, subscribe if you're enjoying the video. The training dummy exploit encouraged Origin to explore the limits of entities on islands. He had the idea to get thousands of armor stands into a single block, then shoot an arrow to break all of them at once. He theorized that an arrow which broke every armor stand at the same time might create enough entities to crash the lobby. Simple teamed up with another PQA member who was the mastermind behind the mega co-ops to explore this potential lobby crash and duplication glitch. The two of them found that it was, in fact, a viable method for crashing lobbies, and only required 8,000 armor stands. They reported this, and no one suspected SimpleOrigin was doing anything out of the ordinary. Though he had dabbled in the dark arts with the stacked backpacks, Simple was still in good standing with the PQA. For example, on September 30th, he and TimeDeo did some experimentation with the shark helmet to get 1 billion health. The custom shark scale armor on Skyblock has the special ability of doubling your player's defense stat when you get into water. By spamming your helmet on and off, you could get practically unlimited defense. In combination with the elephant pet that gives extra health for every 10 defense, you could get practically unlimited health. When this was used with the Pooch sword, which does extra damage for every 50 hearts you have, you could deal practically unlimited damage. SimpleOrigin and TimeDeo went around and were able to kill the bosses in every single dungeon in one hit. They dealt the integer limit of 2.1 billion damage every time they swung their sword. After they had their fun, they gave all the info to the admins. While a lot of entities on one island can cause it to crash, doing some other funky things might simply cause the island to freeze. As described by TimeDeo, the repelling candle decoration item might just be the most broken item in all of Skyblock. Removing the torch with water and then placing it back caused an instant island crash, but placing an anvil inside the torch could cause the island to freeze. Some crazy stuff could be done with a frozen island, like placing command blocks and even creating the forbidden Minecraft triple chest. In December 2020, Hypixel rolled out the social update, which made it so that people visiting your island would increase your social XP and social level. SimpleOrigin discovered a way to cause an island crash and rollback, but it required a specific social level. Simple teamed up with a skilled coder I'll call Tony Stark, who created a party bot to grind social XP on alt accounts. The bot went lobby to lobby, inviting people to then bring them back to the island. Once they acquired enough social XP to cause the crash, they duped billions of coins of enchanted cooked salmon. Why salmon? Because it's valuable? I don't know. I'm the historian, not the fish marketer. With this, they bid 1 billion coins on the auction of the player Laricus. Up to this point, basically everything SimpleOrigin had done was pure tomfoolery, but he took another step away from the light when he profited from this dupe venture. On the alts, Simple and Tony Stark used duped coins to buy some of the most valuable items in the game, Necron handles. They then resold those for super cheap. On his main account, Simple advised a friend of his to buy the handles that were going for way under market value, hold onto them for a while, and then resell them for a profit. When that was done, Simple split that income with his friend, effectively laundering money from the dupe accounts to his main. After that venture, he walked away with a couple 100 million illegal coins. The spooky event that happens on Skyblock Halloween every week or so tasks players with getting as much candy as possible during a 1-hour competition. Candy comes in green and purple varieties and drops from mob kills. Purple candy is worth 5 points, but players can't simply get some purple, drop it onto the ground, and pick it up for extra score, unless... Just 2 weeks after the social dupe, SimpleOrigin and that very same coder Tony Stark got the world record for the highest candy collected with the small score of 1 million points. Simple abused a collection duplication glitch to do this, which he learned about from PQA. Hypixel collections are based on the amount of one particular item that someone gathers during their time playing Skyblock. For example, during the Potato War, Technoblade couldn't just place down a potato and then break it again to increase his collection. He had to place it down, let it grow, and then farm it. That being said, there have been a number of collection dupes where items were placed into chests, the chests were broken, and the game thought everything inside was earned legitimately. Each of these dupes were done with irregular methods of breaking chests, like bed explosions or mushroom growth. SimpleOrigin and Tony Stark used a different method though. Theirs involved portals. Here's the strategy. Place a portal down, and both Simple and Stark opened up the GUI to delete the portal. Simple then deleted the portal, while Stark remained in the GUI. After this, Simple placed a chest in the spot where the portal was and filled it with purple candy. At that point, Tony Stark clicked the remove portal button and the chest was deleted. The game thought the candy was earned legitimately. Thus, Simple was able to earn 11,520 points each time this was done. Repeating this process over the course of an hour got him onto the leaderboard to win with 1,002,880 points. He and Tony Stark were on alt accounts named DM and PM for Method, and they kept their Hypixel friend requests open. Needless to say, they were spammed by the entire player base who wanted to figure out how they had done done it. SimpleOrigin strategically planned this chaos to take place on the Halloween event during the real-life Christmas and New Year's holidays, so no admins would be on. When Minikloon found out what happened, he was absolutely livid. Supposedly, he vowed to permanently ban whoever was responsible if he ever found out who those people's main accounts were. Well, Mini, now you know. When he won the event, SimpleOrigin received a spooky pie that had his rank number 1 and a 1,000,000-point score. He was actually able to launder that pie to his main account by gifting it to a YouTuber on the alt and then buying it off the YouTuber on his main for 50 million coins. When the new year of 2021 rolled around, Hypixel released the Jerry update based on the NPC that has long been a complete meme because of his super buggy nature. One feature of the update was the ability to get Jerrys every couple of minutes that could be killed for loot boxes. Clicking on the Jerry NPC himself gives a spawn egg that will move him to a different spot, but you can actually generate an unlimited number of these eggs. In normal Minecraft, placing a spawn egg on the same type of mob spawns a baby version of that mob. With these eggs, SimpleOrigin went around spamming baby villagers by placing them onto the Jerrys brought in for loot boxes. He spawned all these in front of Refraction, as well as other YouTubers like 30virus. That wasn't the only time Simple did a bit of trolling by spawning loads of mobs. Just 3 weeks later, he, TimeDeo, and a couple other PQA members joined the new Dwarven mines and discovered they could spam eggs to spawn in chickens. Eggs are normally disabled, but weren't in the mines because of another egg-related item. They bought tens of thousands of eggs off the Skyblock Bazaar marketplace, changed their Minecraft skins to chickens, and went around spamming, creating hordes of baby chickens. They threw so many eggs it actually lagged out a couple lobbies, but of course this was quickly patched since it was pretty obvious what was going on. After unearthing and reporting countless Skyblock destroying glitches and exploits, Jaya Varman gifted each player in the PQA a brand new custom item called the Game Annihilator. This was a mega version of the Game Breaker, and only 4 people out of the tens of millions that have played Skyblock have ever owned one.
Okay, yeah, what do you think we have?
A game breaker? What?
SimpleOrigin was perfectly content keeping his secret illicit activities private and accepted the gift with gratitude. Over the next couple of months though, something occurred which resulted in SimpleOrigin fully embracing the dark side and leaving PQA entirely. He got into a big argument with another PQA member regarding his place in the group, particularly surrounding his connections with the cheating community and all that. As emotional tensions rose, harsh words were exchanged, and Simple left the PQA. This cemented his fall from the light.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
SimpleOrigin no longer cared about the well-being of Skyblock to any degree. And so, in late 2021, he found out about a brewing stand exploit. This was a duplication glitch that was incredibly efficient. Hundreds of millions of coins worth of items could be created in seconds. Simple messaged several big coin shops and informed them that he could supply them with a lot of illegal coins. The shops gave him accounts to create money on, and he got paid. He earned a couple $100s by selling several billion coins, but that was nothing compared to what was about to come next. Any damage to the Skyblock economy done with that minuscule, pathetic duping was child's play in comparison with the Hypixel Skyblock sandbox. Imagine logging onto Skyblock and typing in the command /game mode created. That's basically what it means to play on a sandbox profile. The goal is to have instant access to every single item in the game without question, bought with coins attained through duplication glitches. SimpleOrigin had access to a number of dupes, and he decided it would be less suspicious if he used exploits that were somewhat public. This included the Dwarven Mine F6 dupe glitch, the precursor to the F6 report glitch that was used on the pit. Another was a crash dupe he utilized that was done with pet stacking. Simple generated billions of coins of the valuable gemstones that he sold to IRL traders for multiple $1,000s. On top of this, he also duped gemstones for his main account's profile. He hid those illegal items in chests under his island using an alt account on the same profile as his accomplice. With all this, SimpleOrigin was on top of the world. He had everything he could possibly want. He was rich enough to buy new valuable items the minute they dropped from the new updates, but still, he wanted more. Simple got to the point where no amount of cash could ever satiate his hunger. Then, word of a new investment strategy spread around the community. Place sell orders for gemstones, people advised, and Simple did just that. This was a ploy by the exploiter Dafty to decimate the game's economy by distributing trillions of coins of gemstones through the bazaar.
As you might have noticed, there's been an influx of new items on the bazaar and auction house, and I may or may not have been involved.
Dafty's rationale was, if I sell enough gemstones to a sufficient quantity of people, there's no way Hypixel can ban everyone. Dafty was wrong. The Skyblock development team banned and wiped hundreds of players in an event that was named the Great Gemstone Massacre. SimpleOrigin was one of those people, and he lost everything. But now he had nothing to lose. At rock bottom, the only direction to go is straight down. Simple got in contact with the exploiter Addicted2CBT, who found a duplication glitch involving profile swapping. Together, they created a sandbox, duped as many items as possible, and went absolutely ham. The sandbox had so many items that it was impossible to sell everything without getting detected. Even still, they had enough to do whatever they wanted, including getting max skills with Jerry boxes. But it all came crashing down when Simple drank a little too much funny juice in real life, got intoxicated, and logged in while on a call with some friends. They thought it'd be really funny to give duped items to a live streamer, which he tried.
I want to see in the trade menu. Bro. Yeah.
The live streamer, not wanting to get banned, refused to accept the gifts, but one of his viewers did.
SimpleOrigin says accept. Oh, he did it! Oh, no way! Oh my god, he insta-sold! No, you are crashing!
Immediately, that viewer sold everything to the bazaar, crashing the entire gemstone economy. SimpleOrigin was on an alt while he did this, and it had around 6 billion coins in the bazaar. The admins, acting swiftly, wiped the alt and banned it for 90 days. 3 months later, when Simple logged in to the empty account, he bridged over and,
well, you can imagine my surprise the next morning
when I saw 6 billion coins in my Jerry. When the admins wiped Simple's alt, they forgot to wipe his bazaar, and the game's escrow system returned those billions of coins to him. At this point, SimpleOrigin's main account was unbanned, and he wanted to transfer those coins to it. So he did, through the bazaar. The bazaar coin transfer method was something Simple had done dozens of times before without any issue. This time though, he was detected. As it turns out, the day before Simple transferred those coins, the admins added extra bazaar checks to the game to make sure people weren't doing exactly what he tried to do. This got SimpleOrigin's main banned for a year this time, and he quit for several months. Apart from returning for a small duplication glitch, Simple hasn't been around much at all. By duping so much and playing on sandbox profiles where he didn't have to work for anything at all, playing the game legit was no longer fun for him. It's like spawning in items with creative mode in a world that was entirely survival. Afterwards, it's just not the same. Remember, you should always report bugs for the chance of hanging out with TimeDeo. Also, in this video here, I exposed the Hypixel Pit's secret supervillain. If you want to see how, click the video on screen.